Okay, it's 11 o'clock Central Time, so I am going to get going. If you're here watching, let me know with a comment. As always, I'm streaming to 3 different places, and for some reason I can only see comments if you're on my main Facebook page. So if I miss your comment the first time, I'll run back and get it later, so don't feel ignored. All right, hi everyone, I'm Natalie, as always from So Hungry Hippie, and I am here to share some knowledge this week. I had planned on doing my shirred t-shirt skirt tutorial, as I said last week, but I changed my mind, and let me tell you why. I want to stay in the realm of where I'm an expert. And when I tried this skirt on 2 other machines, I had some issues. So if it only works for me on 1 out of 3 machines, then I know something's up. And I don't want to share something that is going to cause frustration. So I decided to bin this. It's an awesome make if it works for you. So I will post the link to this tutorial later on my page, later on today, hopefully. And you can go ahead and do that. But because my specialty is not shirring or specifically teaching you how to sew garments, I'm not going to do that this week. So sorry if that disappoints anyone. I'm going to stay where I've been sewing for over 12 years, which is bags. I'm going to show you what I know because I'm 100%, I know it. I just know it, okay? So that's why we're hopping over to leather straps. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Debbie. Happy Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. Yay. And it's beautiful weather, so that's wonderful. Let me know how you're all doing. And let's hop into this. So I'm going to switch views, and we're going to go back and forth between a bird's eye view, machine view, and front view because I really want you to see how easy these straps are to sew. These are my So Hungry Hippie leather straps. I sell them right now in 3/4 inch width and 1.25 inch widths. And I have 3 colors available at the moment. I have a dark brown, I have black, and I have light brown. And I have lots of photos of these straps on my website at sohungryhippie.com. And you can see how the different colors, well, let's just open them. I'll use them. Why not just open them? I'll show you light brown versus dark brown right here. These are 100% leather. So here's dark brown. I love, it's like a rich, luxurious brown. This is the light brown, which I used to call caramel. And then somebody complained that it wasn't caramel. I was like, what? That it wasn't the color of caramel. I'm like, well, that's what caramel I eat looks like, but okay. And then this one is the black. So I use these all the time. I just love them. And as you can see, they're supple. They're not super stiff leather straps. I will say, I try to convey that in all the photos that I have on my websites. These are not stiff straps like some vendors will sell. And that's on purpose because when I used to buy those stiff straps, I could not sew them at all. I had to use a rivet press. I had to get high quality hardware. And it's a whole nother process. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood to be dealing with hardware. So I wanted something that I could just sew right on. And on quite a few of my Santorini totes, I've even sewed them right into the seam. This is right into the zipper seam. And it's just exactly the way I do it in my Santorini pattern. Ultra easy. I've used this bag for, well, 2 different times, well over 6 months each. So combined time over a year. I've had no problems. And my bags, I put a lot of stuff in my bags. So I stand by these straps 1,000%. I always have those few people who will email me and give me their paragraph, page and a half opinion about sewing straps into that zipper seam. And I just think then sew it on top or sew it on a different way. It's okay, you do you. I don't need a dissertation on how you want to sew your straps on. You do you, I'll do me. This one I did rivet. So what I wanted to show is that even if you don't want to sew, you want to rivet them, just rivet them. They hold up. They're awesome. I think it's just, quality tools. This little bag I made for my daughter, I did something even more different. I used like lobster clasps on the strap, and then I riveted the strap to itself instead of to the bag, so she can unhook this if she doesn't want to have a strap, or if she wants a different length. I actually did that because as she grows, she might want it longer eventually. So that being said, let me get to the guts of this live. Oh, here are some. This one is like a little bit different brown. I hope to get this color in, this one in again soon. Sometimes it just depends on the hides that are available with my manufacturer. So as always, I will post when I get more colors in and different widths. You can always let me know what widths you would like. I have had some requests for 1 inch, so I will consider that. I tend to use the 3/4 inch one the most. I just really love it. I think it's a perfect width. It's comfortable on my shoulder, it's comfortable crossbody, and it's comfortable on my arm. However, if I'm doing a shopping tote, like my free shopper tote pattern, I did use the 1.25 inch. And it's great. It's nice and big, especially for those grocery checkout areas. Okay, so here we go. Have you sewn, let me bring your comment up. I can't see your name, but that's okay. Have you sewn a layer of fabric to the back side of the straps yet? Do you mean like covering this side of the strap with fabric instead of seeing hide? I have not done that. It would be fine though. You would have to sew down the long edges, so you might see this, you'll see the stitches on the right side of the leather. I don't know. I think that's what you mean. Hi, Rose. Yes. So I have not felt the need to do that. I have not done that. She means like covering this side of the strap, which is technically the wrong side, with fabric, like some people do with vinyl or cork. And I have not done that, but you'd be fine doing that. You'll just see your stitches on this side. So have your bobbin either match or sew straight and have the stitches show. I think that's cool too. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Julie. I love your leather straps. They're so easy to sew through. Yes, I agree. And thank you for saying that. It's funny. A lot of times I'll have somebody buy one strap, and it's smart because you want to test it. And then I'll get an email from them a week later and they'll say, okay, so I need 12 straps like now. How fast can you ship? So it's good. That's why I stand by this 100%, 1000%, because they are easy to sew. They do hold up. They are 100% leather, so they feel good. They don't break down. I've been using my leather straps on my bags for over 3 years, even though I only started selling them about a year later. I just want to make sure stuff holds up. Okay, so let me show you on my sewing machine how I do this. So what I did when I opened the strap before you got here is I fold the strap in half. They are 42 inches long. So when I'm just going to do handles like this, which is what I'm going to do for this bag, I just cut it in half, and then one strap equals 2 handles. You can definitely use the whole strap if you want like a longer cross-body strap or something like that. But I just do this, and I will use this, so I'm not afraid of ruining it. And there are my 2 handles. I know they're exactly the same size, length. It's great. And then I measure where oh geez, I gotta change the view, sorry. Let me go in here and change this view. Transition. Yay! Okay, and I will do this. Debbie said she used Chicago screws with them last weekend. Beautiful results. Awesome. Chicago screws are so good. That is so good to know, Debbie. Thanks for letting us know. If I'm using rivets, Dawn, I just have a cam snap press and rivet press. That's what I use. I don't recommend hand tools. They don't work for me very well. They're slippery. A lot of people do like them, but I don't. My results were all over the place with hand tools, so I always use a cam press. So for this one, since I already sewed on this side and I used a red thread so that you can see that, let me hold that for you. See, I admittedly I was rushing, so it's not great sewing, but I just wanted to show you that I did that side. And so now I'm going to do this side. And this bag, my mom made this, and it is super thick. I think she must have used foam and fleece and SF101 plus the soft vinyl plus the quilting cotton. So it is mega, mega thick, I'm telling you. Mine usually are not this thick. And she used a metal zipper. So there's all kinds of trickiness going on here, but I had no problems sewing my straps on. So your main obstacle or challenge will be making sure that your straps are even, and then even once they're on the bag like this. Mine look pretty good, and I did like, I want to say it was 3 6/8. That's about 3 1/2. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. So now I'm going to swing you over to my machine, and I just need to go in here, and we're going to do, close your eyes if you get dizzy because I'm going to swing the camera. Don't look at my messy room. Okay, so I've just got Gutermann thread up here, and I have that red color so you can really see. I've shut off the light on the machine. And this is more challenging, of course, because the bag is already complete. Normally, when I do a bag, I would sew it on before I put the whole bag together. But this is a repair job, so we're doing what we need to do here. So I'm sliding it in there. I'm at a 3-stitch length, and I did not change the tension. That's important. For your machine, you might need to change tension, but I would say most of the time you don't. But all machines are the same, so always practice. Now I'm going to sew backwards here because this is kind of an awkward position. So I'm sewing in reverse mode, no problems. Lifting the foot, keeping the needle down. And then we're going to come up the side here. And remember, most likely your bag will not be constructed all the way, so this will be a lot easier. A lot of times I'll also do the X within that box, but not always. So that strap is sewn on, completely sewn on. And you can't see it on the inside because I used a black thread. Let me trim this real quick. And she's going to have a usable bag again. I don't remember. Oh, I think the original handles came out somehow. They were a different material. So there we are. Now we'll do the other side. A lot of times with bag making, I get to that last few steps, adding the handles and straps, and I'm just so tired. I should just take a break, but that's why I like to have these straps, because they look good, they look classy, it doesn't look like you phoned it in, and yet they're very easy. And this is a very basic machine. It's not expensive. If anyone has sewn these straps, let us know what machine you're on, so people know you don't need super expensive machines to make bags. Okay, so I'm going to switch this view again. And there it is, on. We have a completely fixed bag. And what I'm going to do, because this is my cheater method, and it works, because I used red thread here for the tutorial, I'm just going to take a black Sharpie and color over those stitches. I'm not kidding, it works. I've done it so many times, and you cannot see it. It doesn't run. Sharpie is permanent. Like, it's awesome. I do it a lot. Because a lot of times I just buy certain thread colors like white in bulk. And so I may not have a certain color and I just color over it. So there it is. Now let me minimize this. What are your questions? Yeah, do try them. Okay, so let me see if I can bring this up. Embroider on the Janome, but my sewing machine is a hand-me-down. So I have a Janome Skyline S7 that I use quite a lot. However, for today's demo, I'm using this Bernina 1008 just because it's my most basic machine. It's my least expensive machine, and I just wanted to make sure you knew that these straps will work on your grandma's hand-me-down machine, if that's what you've got, or your mom's, or whatever, Just because it's a hand-me-down machine doesn't make it useless. And I know that's not what you said, Adrian. But some people are worried, like, oh, my machine's from the 70s. It's probably not going to work for me. It is if you take care of the machine. So I take my machines in regularly for checkups. My husband thinks he knows machine maintenance, but no. I like, we are experts in certain things for reasons. And so I take my machines to the experts twice a year because I sew a lot. And they always come back running better. Even though I'm really obsessive about cleaning and oiling my machines. So it's food for thought. And yeah, so to answer your question, Janome Skyline S7. And I do have a couple of other brands on my table as well. And this one is old. Okay, any other questions? Julie in Louisiana, I hope you're safe and everything's good. I think I lost track of Edna, Hurricane Edna. I think she's died down now. Let me click through here real quick. That was Rose. We answered Rose. And I don't see anything else here. Okay. If you have questions, I did have some Try Me Out packs, but they have sold out. In the future, I will probably make some more depending on supply levels. Supplies are really tough right now. I don't know if you guys have been at the store. I went to a big box store yesterday for the first time in about 8 months, and I was shocked that the shelves were so empty compared to normal. So I know that there are supply issues. So, oh my gosh, thank you. Whoever this is. I'm growing my hair out and it's a hot mess, but I appreciate that comment. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I think that's it today, you guys. What a super fast live. Feel free to email me. I'm Natalie@SewHungryHippie.com. I had to think about that for a minute. It's like your own phone number. What's your phone number? If you have any questions, and I will answer them. And again, I will post that skirt tutorial later on today. I'll link to the lady that I followed to do this, just because I did tell you last week I would do that, and then it kind of, so, all right. That's it for today. I will post a video for next Friday. I'm not sure I'm going to make the live time next Friday. I have a whole bunch of things happening and I might not be able to log on. So if I don't log on, I will post a video for you on something. It may be short, but it'll be something, okay? And that's the only week that I'll miss in July, all right? This week's newsletter coming out Sunday morning or sometimes Sunday, whatever your time zone is, will have information on the Candy Crush sew along if you're interested in that. It is beginner friendly, super simple, and you're going to have a quilt before the school rush starts. August 22nd, we're done. So starting August 1st, we're done by the 22nd. You'll have a full-size quilt. It's mega, mega easy. If you can cut squares, you will have a quilt. All right? All right. So I will see you guys soon. And thanks for popping in. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that stuff. Thanks so much. All right. See you later. Have a great weekend.